Hello, everybody. My name is Alex. It is 5 o'clock in the morning, and I am filming what is probably going to be my last video in Athens. More specifically, in my Athens apartment, but maybe more appropriately in Greece in general. You see, I'm planning to move out of Greece permanently, or hopefully permanently. We'll see how that goes. And move to Lisbon, Portugal. Now, this is super weird for many reasons, but also something that feels right. It feels appropriate. In fact, out of the entire storm and puzzle of emotions that I've been getting regarding this decision in my life, the most distinct feeling that I've been getting out of the whole bunch is that of a puzzle, or like a puzzle putting a piece in a puzzle that you've been building for a long time, and there's different parts missing, and you start putting the different pieces in the right places, in all the right places. And this is what I've been feeling. Now, I've been living in Athens for 6 months. It was rather recently that I moved here, but I lived a bunch here. I did a whole bunch of stuff. I got into tango dancing. I hung around these social circles. I tried to see what happens with the music scene. I got into touch with my buddy Johnny, Yannis Snowden Universe, which we have the band Las Damas together. There's some videos of that on my channel you can watch. And some things went well, some didn't. The tango scene was really something that went really well, both in terms of dancing and of the appreciation they had for the music that I played. That it's just a group that is really open to stuff and really craving for live music, for meaningful conversations, meaningful dancing, meaningful stuff, meaning. They crave for meaning, and that's rather astonishing here in Greece, at least from my perspective. Now, that said, I also started to realize that there were some glass ceilings, so to speak, in terms of anything really, but music more specifically, and, well, playing music. What that means is, whenever I looked on the street to see what was going on, like what were the musicians playing, the buskers, what was happening in live gigs and all that, what I always noticed is that there was a certain level of competence with regards to the musicians, which was higher than that of the musicians that I'd heard and met in Thessaloniki. But at the same time, it was never above a certain level. Like, they were never excellent musicians. They were never truly passionate, especially the Greek ones. I mean, I can't talk for, people coming from abroad. That's a whole different story, because, they don't stay. Well, some stay, but anyway, my point stands. There wasn't a whole lot of competence going on. There was not a lot of things to steal. I met some people who were like into this mood of, they were hurrying to get things done, and all day they were working and all that, which, made them completely inaccessible. And, I saw that I couldn't make it here playing Morna, or playing anything that I play, really, that I wanted to play, but it doesn't really matter, because I wanted to play Morna. That's what I wanted to play, and that's what I want to play, and that's what I will fucking play. I will play Morna. So, that's one thing. What else? Well, with regards to more personal stuff, like relationships and all that, or the relationships between the two sexes, or the relationship between the two sexes, should I say? I should say. It was, you see this pattern of people being really afraid to come in contact with each other and to share themselves with the other person and to really embrace the other person really truthfully, meaningfully, forthrightly, honestly. And then if that happens, pretty soon you start to unpack this whole pathological pack of Greekness about them. Many people carry themselves around with a ton of with a very heavy baggage of Greekness. And I'm not trying to be funny. There's so much like the way this community, the Greek community, has put itself together and is maintaining and sustaining itself with all these different lies and deception and push in certain directions every day through the different institutions to the average person. All this oppression coming at the average, or all this oppression being put on, was it the right expression? Anyway, being put on the average person. And in the end, when you finally get to embrace somebody and they embrace you and they share themselves with you, you're like, oh, I gotta work with all this Greekness. And it's not their fault in some sense, although that is to be discussed at a different time. But even if you decide that it's not their fault, what are you to do? You're left with this. How should I put this? You're left with a feeling of betrayal by the world, as if you did your part, but the world didn't. Classic Greek situation stuff going on. And you got to work with that, and maybe you do, and maybe you discover many things about yourself. You improve yourself through the experience or the experiences that you have with that person, Greek as they might be. But overall, you can't help but feel like if you were in a different place, having experiences with different people who are not quite so Greek, you'd not only make the same progress that you are supposedly doing right now, but far greater progress. So in a sense, even though you can they say when life gives you lemons, you make lemonade. Even though you can make some lemonade, you can't help but wonder how much tastier and how much richer in substance would my lemonade be were I to live in a different country. Any country? No. But some countries, maybe. Because you don't know unless you try. And maybe if you're 20, you got a whole lot of time to try different shit out. What else? Well, the plan is I will be coming to Lisbon at this October, so in a month, probably. Maybe at the beginnings of November, but that's about the schedule falls on that time period. So between the ends of November and the ends of October, and the beginnings of November. If anyone is willing to have me in their house for 1 week, I'd gladly accept that, because I will first move there and then search for a house, probably in Alfama. If anyone is willing to let me surf their couch for a week, please do send me an email or shoot me a text or whatever and let me know. I'll play some Morna for you in return, in gratitude. What else? Well, if you play music, you want to jam with me, send me an email. We can make that happen. If you're planning on starting a band, or if you're needing a cavaquinho player or a guitar player, I'm gonna be there. Finally. I can't believe it. I'm gonna fucking be there. I'm available to all these people all of a sudden. It's a surreal experience, man. Now, not everything is finalized. Some things may be due to change, but overall the plan is this, and it is going to be set into motion. Just some technicalities might be a bit off right now, but thought I'd let you know. I'm in a state of hyper alertness anyway. I can't sleep. It's 5:15 a.m. 5:15 a.m. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Yeah. So, this is the end of my journey in Athens, Greece, and quite possibly, and hopefully, in Greece in general. It was nice. No, it wasn't really nice. It was pretty miserable. Let's be honest with ourselves. It was pretty shit. But it taught me a lot of shit. And maybe I won't have to fall into the same shithole again. So, here is to new beginnings and to shitholes. Have a good one.